In a world that keeps on pushing me around, gonna stand my ground. Hey, welcome back, YouTube. My name is Eric, and I'm homeless and living in my car. We're in central Arizona, living a nomadic lifestyle in the middle of winter 2025, and that is the Volti arch over my shoulder there. We spent about 3.5 hours climbing up here this morning to see it. Just simply fascinating and beautiful. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like big time adventure programs like mine. Here is a look of the Volti Arch. It's beautiful in all its majesty. And there's prickly plants everywhere. You really do gotta be careful getting up here. And here's a look out over the canyon that I'm in. I had to climb through that to get here. There is a path that leads up the side here and you can climb on top of this arch, but I am not that daring and I'm all alone. There's no chance I'm climbing up there. But if you are more adventurous than I, come out here to the Volti Arch in central Arizona. You can actually climb on it. And we're getting out of here just in the nick of time. A large group of people showed up and they're up there screaming and just exhilarated. I can tell that they don't get out of the office or out of the house much. And this is a wonderful experience. So if you don't get to do this much, man, I can understand why you get up here and start screaming. It is exhilarating to be up here right now. I don't know who put this mountain pass between the campground and the arch, but you've made this quite the adventure, and I'd like to thank you. Feels like I'm hiking through a painting or a photograph as I climb up out of this canyon. It's really cool and beautiful here. We're nearly back up at the top of the pass. This is one last look down the drainage that we came from, that the arch was in. We have made it up here to Sterling Pass, and a fascinating happenstance just happened. I've only been up here literally for 2 minutes, and another couple came running up. They literally stopped for 1 second. And in that 1 second, another amazing trail runner guy just comes running up the trail like Superman and over the pass, and the people recognize him. They're like, "Hey, Bosley." And he's like, "Hey, yeah." And he runs down the other side of the mountain. And as soon as he leaves, the couple's like, "Man, that's the most famous trail runner in the entire world. His name is Bosley." And I have no idea who this Bosley is, but I'll look him up when I get back. And if I can find anything out about him, I'll leave a picture of him up here. But man, what a weird thing. I'm literally just standing here for 1 second. A couple come, and now they're both going like that. Boom. Time and place. Hey, what's up? This is Current Day Eric with an update about Drew Bosley. I had a chance to look the kid up, and he's a hell of a runner. In fact, he's top 10 in the world. Not number one, but he's top 10, and he's a Northern Arizona native. Go, Drew Bosley. We're coming down the other side now. We're going to be making our way towards camp. We got to go down switchbacks that kind of go down this way, and our camp is way down here. It's very steep and dangerous coming down the other side. Be careful. This sandstone makes some incredibly unique and fun areas to explore. There's a crack right here that we can look through. Let's try and make our way on this ledge. Be careful. Be careful. Right through here. Oh! Yeah. How fascinating is that? Whoa, sheer drop off. Huge cliff walls. That was a lot of fun to explore. I'm glad I took the time to do that on the way down. And this is the view of the campsite. One major drawback I just pointed out right away is that the neighbors are literally right there. Tents are like 15 feet apart. Got a fire pit right here, a picnic table right there, a charcoal grill, and a path down to the creek. $15 a night in Sedona. Priceless. It's just a metaphor for life. Gotta butter that bread, baby. Gotta make sure you buttering that bread, baby. You know what I mean? Everything gonna come out right. Butter that bread. Alright, we got 2 pieces of bread, lightly buttered. We're gonna make the world's most fantastic meal. Hot ham and cheese. got one side golden brown. High ham and cheese, golden brown both sides. Sedona, Arizona, going in. Super, super good. It only took like 5 minutes to make. That was a really easy meal to cook and a really easy meal to clean up. But there ain't much left to do here for the rest of the day. The sun's gonna be setting here in a few hours. Just gonna hang out around camp and twiddle my thumbs, I suppose. Might as well harvest some electricity on this fine sunny day. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, 91 watts. Doesn't cost us anything to go exploring down the creek right here. Let's go take a look. While I've been camped here, there has been a steady flow of fly fishermen that have come to fly fish this Oak Creek here in Sedona. And I'm no geologist, but I did stay at a National Forest Service campground last night, and even I can see the striking contrast between the gray rock on this side of the creek and the red rock on that side of the creek. I'm surprised nobody's fishing it right now. I guess everybody's getting dinner themselves. I did watch a blue heron swoop in and land this morning as it was grazing for fish itself. And I even saw one fly fisherman catch a fish. He had it hooked, pulled it to the side and was netting it up, and he looked back over his shoulder because he couldn't believe it and he wanted to see if anybody else was seeing how awesome this was. And I let him know that I was watching, man. Good job. I gave him the thumbs up. The fancy YouTube channels call this batoning wood. It's like, no, it's not, dude. Just making little pieces. Trying to be fancy. If you look on YouTube, there's 1,000 ways to start a fire. Everyone's got the best way guaranteed, but listen, I've started thousands of fires and most of them for survival. I got the best way that you've never heard of right here. It's called Fire Start Cubes from Duraflame. I'm not a sponsor, but this product, this little product, is sold in Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's, and comes in boxes of 12, and it's called a Fire Start Cube. And as you can see, I just made a little nest right here. I'm gonna light the outside package and it's gonna start the fire. I've started fires in pouring down rain with this little Fire Start Cube. As a matter of fact, this little Fire Start Cube has saved my life one time. I fell in the Velocito Creek and it was snowing and I had no shelter, and I had to strip off all my wet clothes and start a fire to survive. I wasn't able to film it, but this is the cube that saved me. Anyway, dude, you want to start a fire? Fire Start Cubes, guaranteed every time. They're relatively cheap too. I'm just gonna throw that in the nest. The camp host said that pine cones are great fire starters, but really he just wanted me to clean up the campsite. We'll help him out. There's a couple pine cones around. And then here you have it. Within 2 minutes, we've got a fully engulfed fire, and we'll just keep feeding that as the coals burn down. But those fire starting cubes are the trick. Jiffy Pop is wonderful every time. Sedona is a beautiful place, and I have fun here, but I can't stay here forever. I'm heading towards Vegas, like I said. Follow my adventure as we continue west. Thank you guys for following along this far. Till the next video, smile your way through the day.